All right, welcome to the Monday evening masterclass. We're starting with our Ayurvedic talk. And I actually wanted to talk to you guys about losing your voice because I lost my voice for the last week and a half. And I wasn't sick and I didn't have a sore throat, but I lost my voice from overuse. It's very cold and we are dealing with winter conditions. And every time a heater comes on, it makes my throat worse. Or my voice worse, I lose it more. But I couldn't find a whole lot of information that just talked about that. But I wanted to talk to you about what goes on when a sore throat or a cough or voice loss happens. And this is very interesting. Remember we talked about the vayus. So the vayus are the 5 forces of Vata. And the one that moves downward is called Apana. If you do not have enough downward movement, in other words, when you move into winter time, it's going to aggravate Vata in general. So what are Vata digestive conditions? Constipation, gas, bloating, drying up. And what happens in the wintertime is it's cold and it's dry. And so the Vata gets disrupted. Apana gets disrupted. When Apana, downward moving forces, gets disrupted, it moves up. And if it starts to move up, then it starts to affect our chest, our throat, our head. That's what head cold ends up becoming. It is because we don't have the forces that move downward helping us with elimination, helping us to have regular movement. And then we get aggravated and it all moves up. It gets pushed up. So downward movement of Apana, that vayu, is obstructed. It begins to move up to the chest and the throat and eventually into the head. And that becomes like a head cold. This affects the eyes, the back, the chest, the ribs, and eventually it will come out as a cough. So I did actually get a cough when I lost my voice. I got a cough just because it was dry and irritated. It wasn't really a cold, but it did turn into a cough because of that upward movement. So a Vata cough is accumulation of that vayu, Vata, and when it increases and it gets aggravated, dryness is caused, and then dryness moves into all those areas that I just said, the chest, the throat, the ribs, the heart, the head. The dry air then causes issues with the mind. So mentally, you just start feeling mentally agitated and you can lose your voice, which is what happened to me. And then you end up getting a dry cough. And dry coughs are really tough because they can be painful and they can become noisy. And you also can go into coughing fits, right? So that is a Vata cough. A dry cough is a Vata cough. And anyway, that is what is going on with that. There are other kinds of coughs. There's a pitta cough and there's a kapha cough. And then there's all the combinations. But we're only talking about Vata tonight. Vata is caused when you are undernourished. And again, you have excess Vata and you need to reduce it. And you do that by using ghee. So ghee is the go-to because ghee is considered earth. It's considered an oil. And the way that it metabolizes is sweet taste. And that's what Vata needs. And by the way, it's going to help Pitta too. Vata needs that sweet, and it also needs it to move deep into the body. Sweet taste, anything with sweet taste that metabolizes sweet is going to move deeper into the tissues of the body. That's the most nourishing. Sweet taste is the most nourishing taste. Okay. You also can use oil enemas. And you want to have a diet that includes basmati rice because it's easy to digest. Barley. Now, the only thing with barley is really fantastic, but barley sometimes can cause gas. And if it does start causing gas, then you want to just resort to the basmati rice because it's so easy to digest. And then you want to use herbs like ginger and also black salt. And there's a combination of a lot of different herbs that you can use. And warm, moist vegetables, sesame oil also. You want to drink boiled warm milk. So golden turmeric milk is actually a remedy, but not dairy, not regular dairy. Golden turmeric milk is an exception because it is warm and it is medicated. That's why it's an exception. No cold dairy at all. You don't want it. It will actually make you worse. You can also have a lassi. Have you guys had those? It's half yogurt, half water. And then sour fruit mixed with cane sugar cane. And there's a lot of other things that you can do. You want to include all of the vata reducing herbs like ashwagandha, ginger, pipali, licorice, and then, like I said, black salt, bala, guduchi, triphala, trikatu, goshira, and then shatavari. Those are all vata herbs, and they all promote digestion, which vata needs, and they reduce coughs. Raw honey and cane sugar both can be mixed with the herbs and also barley. And that it's going to nourish and build, and that's what you want. Okay, so those are some basic therapies with what you can ingest. You want to have a vata reducing diet. So if you don't know what that is, reach out to me. And also you can get other therapies like massage. Ooh, that sounds nice. And then you could do the bliss therapy, which you guys, I don't think any of you guys have tried it. It's pretty fantastic. It's oiled massage, kind of. It's like a lymphatic massage. And then warm medicated oil on the forehead. Incredible. And then you also can do oil foamation, which is heat. So you could do heat therapies. Head needs to be out. For constipation and gas retention, you want to use enemas, oil enemas, and ghee should be taken before meals for that upward body dryness. So you eat your ghee and then you eat your meal. All right. So those are just some tips that help with dry cough, dry throat, lots of voice, and sore throat as well, all with a vata cause. Okay, so there's pitta and there's kapha and there's other combinations. This is just vata. Okay,